Okay, tell me. We're 3 weeks out from your challenge. How's your training gone so far? Tell me about day one.
Day one, pulled my calf. First run, 2 miles into it, right calf went bang. Embarrassing was the first thought, so I managed to walk home, hobble home, put some ice on it, compressed it, etc, but couldn't train for about 10 days, maybe a little bit longer. Gradually got back into it, and the challenge was just getting the body used to the constant shock of running on concrete. As you know, I'm not a runner. We're 3 weeks out, as you say now, and the volume of running has increased quite a lot. Doing quite a lot of long runs and doing some very short, sharp, high intensity running, which I think has helped. So as we are today, 3 weeks to go, I'm getting there, but I've got to be honest, I can't wait until I've done that last run.
I bet. So, how long did it take to recover from the calf?
About 10 days, I think, until I was back running again. So it was only a minor tear, but obviously it was enough to stop me from running.
So, I mean, everyone's asking, right? I mean, how long did you set aside to actually do the training? So from the decision you decided you were going to do the challenge to the time you did it, what was the time scale?
It was originally it was 5 weeks, and then because of the calf injury, we had to push it back another 4 weeks. So all in all, we've had around about just over 12 weeks to go from not doing any running whatsoever to hopefully being in a position where I can do 12 runs in 48 hours.
Something like that. So the obvious question for anybody that's watching this that will be asking is, why the hell would you take on such a challenge?
No idea. Whose idea was it? Who forced me into doing it?
I think you said, I've got to take some of the blame for that.
It was a Sunday morning. I was in my garage at home doing some strength work with the weights, and I was listening to an American podcast with a Navy SEAL called David Goggins, and he spoke about having a focus, having a purpose every morning he got up, and he was set to do the 4-4-48 challenge in March. So I turned around and said, right, I'm going to do it, knowing that running isn't my thing. So it would be a challenge. I find running as well completely tedious. I find it boring. As you know, I go to the gym and I box and I do CrossFit and I go out on the bike. All that type of stuff's great and I really enjoy it, and I've done it for years and years and years, but running is something that I just don't find any pleasure in whatsoever. So from the perspective of it being boring to me, that's a challenge. From the perspective of it being from the volume of the runs, that's a huge challenge, making sure that your recovery is in place, and also during these times where people can't go out, people are not supposed to meet up with friends, colleagues, family, etc, it's easy to lose focus, it's easy to think that there's nothing to look forward to, and I was a little bit like that myself, and I needed a target, I needed a purpose, things, events, entertainment, looking forward to some fun, probably how you set your calendar as you go throughout the course of the year. And for a lot of us, those things aren't set in stone at the moment. So I decided, right, okay, well, let's draw a line in the sand, let's have a focus, let's have a purpose, and let's challenge myself to try and deliver on this run. I keep using the word try, not to try, but to deliver on this run.
Taking Yoda's words out of it.
And that's why I was sat here today, feeling like I do, and I must admit my body's a bit sore, my hips, my back, feeling a bit tired at the moment, and generally that's not me, but it's down to the volume of runs that I'm doing, whilst at the same time, as you know, I'm keeping up the other training, in the gym, with weights and strength training. So I've decided that I'm going to continue to do that as well, not neglect that, and just focus on the running.
Okay. So the other thing, the obvious question, I mean, on top of this as well, is like, when we talk about having a cause and a purpose, you mentioned this positive mental health as an awareness. So, what exactly is that? Because most people do this, align themselves to charity or a good cause. We know that there's people done it for to raise money for someone that's been terminally ill or cancer patients and things like that. You've come at this from a completely different angle.
We decided we didn't want people to put their hands in the pockets and raise money. We thought that was probably a little bit insensitive at this moment in time. So we came at it from the angle of how can we talk about this? How can we promote this? How can we get this on the agenda without asking people to do something that they're probably not that comfortable around at this moment in time? So, as you're aware, due to our alumni that go through the educational programs, we've got many people from the world of sport, be it professional athletes, coaches, managers, CEOs, sporting directors. We reached out to those guys and we asked them if they would just talk about it. We asked them the strapline we use is call a friend. And at the same time, if maybe you're feeling a little bit down, you're feeling a little bit sorry for yourself, pick up the phone and phone someone and ask for some sort of help or some sort of support. And it's been very positively accepted by everyone we've spoken to. Everyone's got behind it. There's been open and honest discussions that we've had with a lot of people from not only the world of sport but from the world of business as well. People have become more comfortable about maybe talking and expressing how they feel, which has been exacerbated by this lockdown that we've been in for the best part of a year now. So that's the purpose behind why we're doing it. As you know, we've got the media coming down on the day, over the course of the 2 days. We've got some workshops going on at the colony here in Winslow, where people will be coming in and they'll be talking about how they enable positive mental health. These people are from the world of sport and from the world of business, and it's gathered quite a lot of momentum at this moment in time, and hopefully the nearer we get to the event in 3 weeks' time, the more noise we'll make, the more people that will get behind it, the more publicity it will get in the media, with a very simple message just to normalise the way people feel and the challenges people have, so that they can call a friend or they can pick up the phone and ask for some help.
That's a really good cause. If people can't get down during this lockdown to support you, how best can they support you? I mean, you've got 12 slots for people to join you on a leg of the run, socially distanced of course, without masks. How else can other people support you? Well, there's still a couple of slots available.
Yeah, it's interesting that the 4 a.m. slots are the ones that people haven't put their hand up and volunteered to come and be a guest runner. So I think as we sit here today, out of the 12 runs, 10 are full. So on each run there will be a guest runner. We're going to video, I think, if I'm correct. We're going to video those. We're going to stream them live on Instagram from time to time.
It's going to be live on YouTube.
It's going to be live on YouTube.
Do you want to tell them about just to go to the YouTube channel maybe?
Yeah. And
link in, register themselves as members.
Yeah.
And then we can get access to it straight away.
Yeah. So
it's for free as well, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. So for those that are interested, go straight to our YouTube channel. We'll post the YouTube channel on social media, so you can subscribe. And throughout the course of the 48 hours, you'll be able to log on. You'll be able to see the conversations that are ongoing with some of the guest runners. You'll be able to see all the webinars and workshops that we're running with people from sport. Emma Kenny, TV psychologist and presenter, will be doing a set of workshops for us. So people can get involved at that level. And if there's anyone out there that has got insomnia and doesn't like sleeping, by all means give us a call and you can join us on the 4 a.m. run on the Tuesday morning and on the Wednesday morning.
Okay, so let's assume that this is all successful, hugely successful. You cross the finish line. Who do you want waiting for you? Who's going to be there?
Pint of Guinness.
Pint of Guinness. Okay.
Egg and bacon butty.
Okay.
Chilli sauce.
Anything else?
Um, we're hoping that we've got James Cooper from Sky Sports who will be coming down on the Wednesday. In fact, James is penciled in to do the final run with us. We've then got a number of celebrities from sport that will be here. So we've got Jolyon Lescott, former Man City, an England international. We've got Nicky Butt, former Man United and England international, who will be here. I believe holding the ticker tape for when I cross the line. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I've left that to you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's other people coming forward as well. So as we get closer to the event, again, we're going to release one or two names that will be here and why they're here and their purpose for getting involved on the day.
Okay, brilliant. So it's been hugely successful. You've come straight past the finish line. First thing you do is your pint of Guinness, your bacon butty. What's next?
Probably asleep.
After 48 hours?
After 48 hours of limited sleep, probably not asleep actually. I think you're probably going to be a bit sore, you're probably going to be a bit stiff. Still a working day ahead. It's a Wednesday, I believe, isn't it? So there's probably still some work to be done in the office. I don't know. You know, come 9 o'clock in the morning on the Wednesday when the run's over, we don't just want it to end then. Hopefully we'll have created some type of movement that people can get behind. Hopefully we will have created some type of positivity, some type of normalisation in people's minds where they realise that there are people out there that can help. They realise that you know, they don't have to do all this on their own. And if we get that message across to a community of individuals, then you know these 2 days and these 3 weeks leading up to this have been a success, and that's why we're doing it.
Okay, so the whole ethos of the business and you is all about education. How do you wish to transfer the education of what you're attempting to do in the challenge? What's the one takeaway that you want people to really get from what you're trying to do? If there's one message.
Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what level you may have risen to in your profession, doesn't matter what experiences you've had, it doesn't matter what successes and failures you've had, you can always continue to grow, to improve, to develop. I don't believe that you're ever in a position where you are the finished product. And you know the whole purpose behind VSI is about growth and develop. It's about taking people on a journey which enables them to extract more of themselves, to polish, to refine who they are, and to provide them with experiences which are only going to go and enhance them from an education perspective. These people that join the programs are in employment, are senior level leaders from around the world of sport, generally speaking, but they've still got the self-awareness to understand that that by continually stretching themselves, they can only improve, and they can only then add value back into their business, whether it be their own business, whether it be someone else's business, or whether it be their personal life. So that's very much who we are and what we've done, and that transfers into what we're doing here in this run. It's a challenge for all of us. You're going to be beside me on a bike at 4 o'clock in the morning, so yeah. You're going to be low on sleep as well. Andy McIntyre is joining me for a 12 o'clock run. So it's about that ability to be open, to be self-aware, and to understand just what you might need to do in order to push yourself to achieve that little bit more. And someone said to me that I can't recall who it was, but it was someone in sport, and they said, don't be afraid of your fears, because they're not capable of your strengths.
Very true.
And I think if you can apply that motto, that mindset to who you are and to what you do, then even in these most challenging of times, you know, we can get by, and not only get by, we can thrive, and I think that's important.